Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? I hope your day's gonna be great. I hope it's headed off to a good start. Mine's, well, in my opinion, mine's off to kind of a good start because I get to have a little bit of housecoat time this morning and enjoy my little fuzzy road that you know I love so much. Because school's starting late today because we had more snow and a little bit of icing going on last night. So school's not going to start till like 9:45 this morning. So I got a little bit of time to be able to talk to y'all. Because it gets busy for Grandma real quick around here. But I just wanted to say this morning that, have y'all noticed something? Have y'all noticed something? I noticed something. I noticed that the protest stuff, it kind of took a back seat for a little while in the algorithm. Did y'all notice that? I noticed that. It's everything's about, the ice storm tragedies going on, which that's bad. That's bad, of course. And then of course, you had all this stuff with the Epstein files, which is horrid stuff. And everybody was hollering about wanting to see it for so long, and now it's in your face. It's in your face, and it's like a horror movie. But everybody's got all the details now, or most of the details. There's probably still a bunch of details we don't know about because we ain't never getting the whole story. But I couldn't even deal with some of it because it's just a little bit too tragic for me, and it was pretty nauseating and pretty evil. So I kind of left it to the other researchers to be able to do all those millions of pages of stuff. But the thing that got me was that we sit there and, well, I didn't, but a lot of people did. They were like, we want files. We want files. We want to see the Epstein files. We want to know who's involved. Blah, 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 blah. And so finally they were like, okay, here they are. And then, they throw everything out there. And we see all of this stuff that happened, that's horrible, horrible crimes committed by people that, we're all familiar with. And are we going to hear anything about any of them having to, go to court for all of that and be sentenced for their crimes or anything? Probably not. Probably not. They threw all the information out there and then they're like, here it is. What you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? What you going to do? You going to do nothing. Because you're a worker ant. We're the grasshoppers. You're a worker ant. And you're not going to do nothing. What you think you're going to do? And that's basically how we live our lives. we talk, but then, we never band together and make, changes. So I doubt this time there's going to be a change either. I don't see anything happening. If it did happen, I'd be absolutely delighted that there's good change in the world like that. But I don't see it happening because it never does. It never does. The grasshoppers do what they want to do, and the ants just have to keep doing how they do. We talk about we're not gonna pay tax no more, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. So that's just the way of the world. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Because just one person, even if I wanted to make a difference and do something, then, it's not going to do me much good because, nobody else is doing it. So, I'd be basically trying to do it by myself and nothing's going to happen. Because that's, the way of the world when you're dealing with them grasshopper bullies, right? We're kind of stuck in a system that really sucks. It really sucks. And it always has. Because unless you have the name and you have the money, then, you just a worker ant. You're just a worker ant. And that's what you do. But I just thought I'd bring it to the light that, it seems like the protest stuff is in the background for a little while. For a little while. Maybe it's because, some people passed away because of all that stuff going on. Or, maybe it's because some of the people that were organizing some of that stuff that, they're sitting back now to, they're throwing the Epstein stuff out there and everything. So they're sitting back, making sure they're not going to get in trouble about that. So they might have, they're distracted a little bit, but they throw stuff out to distract us all the time. They're like, here, let's do this over here so that they'll watch this while we're doing this. Or, let's do this and keep them looking over there because we don't want them to see that because, we live in a nation where we've never known nothing. All kinds of stuff's been going on our whole lives. I look back ever since, I can remember watching the supposed moon landing. And, come to find out, people saying now that they wasn't even there, that, I might as well have been watching the Bozo show. So, I don't know. Life is just a whole, it's like a TV show, a fictional TV show. And there's just, one drama after another. And, half the dramas don't ever end up with any answers. We just move on to the next drama. And that's the story of our lives. What a life. I guess it's just people that's old like me that can sit back and look at it all and just be like, dang, this world's really screwed up. And the young people don't see it yet, but they will. They will, because it's going to get even more screwed up in their day. Oh, we're not going to be around to see that, but that's going to be, whoo. I'm kind of glad I won't be around for all that, because that's going to be a hot mess in a bucket. But life is what it is, I guess, and we just all keep on keeping on. But I hope y'all have a great day. Get out there and do something with your life today. Be productive. Let's all be productive. I'm going to try and be productive. A couple more cups of coffee and then I can get more productive. But y'all have a great day. I love you. Bye.